Well, it's not an actual city park, but the beautifully landscaped grounds of the Scentsy campus in Meridian seems like one. You can stroll through the gardens, sit on the lawn, or relax next to a bubbling fountain. And today on You Can Grow It, Garden Master Jim Duthie takes us on a visit to Scentsy to see the variety of beautiful plants and flowers before the growing season comes to an end for another year. And who knows, you may be inspired to create a park of your own in your own yard. Take a look.
You've probably driven past it, but Scentsy Commons in Meridian has some very beautiful flower and plant displays. The landscaping is gorgeous. We're going to talk to the head groundskeeper to see how they do it. Enter the Scentsy campus in Meridian, and you're greeted with a dazzling display of blooming flowers and lush landscaping. The broad lawn is immaculate. The giant floral bowls are overflowing with blooms. And the fountains and water features trickle their welcome to the public to come and walk the grounds.
This area here that we're standing in actually was, or still is, zoned for a second building. And they weren't going to build it right away, so they decided to just hydroseed it, put down some irrigation, some grass seed, and it turned into a park. And I think over the course of years and having people use it and inviting the public into it, it's turned into more of a focal point where we want to keep this as a park-like setting that we can invite people to.
Many of the flowers, trees, and shrubs in this landscape are native to Idaho.
We try to strike a nice balance between tried and true plants that work well, grow well here in the Treasure Valley.
But there are some others that are a little more interesting.
While we still try to add a splash of interest and color, try to push the envelope a little bit, where we try to find some microclimates where we can plant other plants.
Like this curious looking tree.
So this is commonly known as the Henry Lauder's walking stick. It's a corylus or a hazelnut variety. They are grown mostly for its bark and its branching structure because of all that twisting that we've got going on here. So it makes for a real interesting looking tree.
The tree's unusual name comes from Harry Lauder, a popular English entertainer in the early 1900s. He would appear on stage carrying a distinctive bent, twisted walking stick.
So it has a lot of winter interest to it.
Shady areas throughout the gardens create the perfect environment for hostas and other shade-loving plants.
Hostas are a tried and true plant that work real well in shade. There is such a variety to them.
Fountains and water features are scattered throughout the grounds, particularly around the main patio that's a popular venue for public and private events, including weddings.
I love water features. It's one of those things that I think draws people into just that natural flow of water, that sound.
And whether your patio containers are this big or much smaller, Carson says it's okay to overload them with flowers.
You want that instant color. You want it to look thick and full from the moment you plant it. When designing baskets or pottery, the saying that I like to go through is you want a spiller, a filler, and a thriller. So you have a focal point.
Like the tall canna lilies and striking begonias.
Something to fill in.
Like the bright sun impatiens and the silvery dusty miller.
And then something to cascade down.
Like these trailing sweet potato vines. A little inspiration for your own patio creations at home.
The Thompsons love giving back to the community through a variety of ways, and one of those ways is through this landscape. It's open to the public almost year-round, and again, just try to keep it inviting for people to come and enjoy.
From the Scentsy campus in Meridian, Jim Duthie, Idaho's News Channel 7.
Absolutely beautiful. And Scentsy was founded by a local couple, Heidi and Orville Thompson. And the Scentsy campus is located at Eagle Road and Pine Avenue in Meridian. It's free to visit the grounds throughout the year, and all of the annual flowers in the beds and containers will soon be replaced with thousands of flowering bulbs that will bloom in the spring. And Carson and his crew will soon begin stringing hundreds of thousands of Christmas lights throughout the grounds for Scentsy's annual holiday light display.